This chapter looks at dopamine and motivation and what role dopamine plays in motivating drug use and abuse. Drug use and abuse comes at a great cost to both the individual and wider society. More than 3 million Australians regularly use, or have used at least once, illicit substances, ranging from cannabis to methamphetamines. In Australia, alcohol-related problems cost society over $14 billion in 2010, and illicit drug use cost $8 billion in 2004 to 2005. It is critical for us to understand the mechanisms that underlie drug addiction in order to develop effective strategies to combat this issue. It all begins with dopamine, the neurotransmitter that communicates messages of reward between brain structures. When the production of this chemical is triggered by stimuli, it sends messages to activate the reward center of the brain to signal reward. This reward center then interacts with cortical areas to bring the reward sensation to conscious awareness. This reward sensation becomes a reinforcer for the preceding behavior and makes it more likely that the behavior will be acted again, as the law of effect and operant conditioning dictate. Treatment for addiction should target these underlying mechanisms. For example, research has found medication can block dopamine receptors and transporters so that the reward center is never sent in the first place. This also means that the reward center is not activated, nor are the cortical areas that bring it into conscious awareness. And if there is no reward message, no conscious sense of the reward, then the behavior is no longer reinforced, and so the behavior will no longer be sustained by the law of effect or conditioning. As research has suggested, dopamine plays a major part in drug use and addiction. It is critical in activating the reward center of the brain and also plays a part in bringing the pleasure into consciousness by relaying the message into cortical areas. Dopamine's ability to generate pleasure lends its influence to the law of effect and operant conditioning, aiding in the reinforcement of drug use. Dopamine blockers are a possible avenue for reducing motivation to use drugs, as they stop the reward message from activating the reward center, as well as cortical areas involved in conscious awareness, therefore eliminating the reinforcing value of drug use.